Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Crafting with Evie. I am Evie, your host, and today I'm at my mother's house and we are doing a Cricut project. We decided to do infusible ink. So we have some blanks with us today. We have couple sets of rounds, one set of square, and we also had a tote my mom did that I didn't record, unfortunately. But you can find these designs right on Cricut Access. If you have that, it is free. So this first set I did was for the square, and it was a set of 4 because each one of them is 4 in a pack. So for right now, they are $12.49, I believe, per pack, which is not too bad. And unfortunately, with Michaels or anybody like that, you can't use a coupon, unfortunately. So what they do say is beer is my favorite food, then milk is better with chocolate, I sparkle like water, and the very last one is wine is my favorite fruit. Now, when I was putting these onto the coasters, I decided to use the mini press, and I'm using laser printer paper to put it on. It does take a while for that to be drawn out, but it actually turned out very, very nice. I love the colors. I like how it turned out, but you should use heat resistant tape, which Cricut does sell, and I forgot to grab it for this project. So they're kind of a little bit not centered, and they're kind of like the wine one looks a little blurry, which if you've been drinking a few glasses of wine, tends to happen, but that's okay. Then my mom did a set, and which you'll be seeing later on, that turned out very nicely. I'm using the infusible ink pens at the fine ones, which is the 0.4 millimeter ones. These turned out beautiful. I love them. They haven't been used at all. This was my first time ever using these pens, so I store them where the cap is side down, but they tend to look like they were dried out when I first used them, which they juiced up after a while. I think it's because I let them sit for so long. I do keep my pens in a pencil case, one of those plastic ones that you can find at Walmart for 99 cents. So I keep each set of my infusible inks and my other pens and my gel pens all in their own separate box. So I keep them all separated. But yeah, this is on an Explore Air is what I'm using. I had to mute it because we were playing music in the background, and I don't want to get in trouble for using music that I'm not supposed to. So yeah, we had a good time. Me and my mom, I haven't seen my mom in a while because of all this stuff that's going on. So it was actually really nice to see her and my father. It was very, very nice. They've done a lot of stuff to their house since I seen it last. But as you can see, it's coming along very, very nicely. And when you do this too, it does tell you when to change pens. I didn't have every single type of pen that it required, but I had the similar colors, so it worked out in the end. And there's the finishing product. As you can see, they turned out beautiful, and I forgot to record how I put them on with the heat press, but that's okay. I noticed that when we did the last set I did with the bears, the summer one that you'll be seeing later on, I used the bigger easy press, which my mom has the original one, and that actually turned out much better than using the mini press. As you can see, here's my mom's. I'm going around in circles. I thought maybe that would help. Turns out, no, I slowly went back and forth instead of going around in circles. It tends to be much better once I did that, because with the mini press you need to have it on the full temperature, where if you use the original Easy Press, you want it at 360 for 300 minutes. I'm not sure what it is for the newer Easy Press, but you can actually download the heat guide will tell you, if you type in what actually you're using, it will tell you what you need to set the temperature at and how many seconds you need to hold, and make sure you press and hold onto it down, because it actually helps. And yes, it is hot, so be very, very careful. But as you can see, there's the finishing products of my mom's. And I think it turned out wonderful. I actually like how it, like, at the edges, it kind of wasn't there. So it kind of like fades away. I actually kind of like that. That was actually pretty cool. Now this is the last set we made. This is the summer set. There's 2 bears, and then there's like 2 ones that says, I'm pulling it out, what they should say. It says Simple Times, and then it's like a venture, and it's like a compass. It's actually pretty cool. I love the trees on with the bears. So with the coaster blanks, you get 4 in a set. You get to choose between the square and the round. Now the square is more of a cork one with a little bit of like where the infusible ink sticks to. That's a little bit lighter. And then you have the round one, which is the ceramic one, which is it's more heavier, but there's like a nice soft bottom of it to help make sure when you about to put them on, make sure you're putting it on the right side. The more shiny side is the correct side up. You want to make sure that is pointing upwards before you put it down. And make sure you have heat resistant tape, excuse me. Because when you're using that tape, it's blue, Cricut sells it. You cut out the paper, and then you put it on there, and that will actually hold it in place for you. So it holds it nicely. And yes, with that, as you can see, it kind of went off to a little bit. I should have moved over a little bit of the paper, but it's a learning process. And with this is laser copier paper, and that's what it calls for. You don't need to use any butcher paper when you're putting it actually onto the product. With the older Easy Press, like I said, it takes forever. It feels like forever because you're holding it for 300 seconds at 360. So I prefer the newer Easy Press. So it might take a lot less time because the temperature can go up higher than what the earlier Easy Press can. I did hook up my mom. Here's the finishing products. So I'm going to end this video on that note. So I hope you guys stay healthy, stay well, and I hope you enjoy this. If you enjoyed it, give me a big old thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. All right, take care and happy trails.